Alright guys, Blaze Ready F here. So basically I run into a little problem with the Beast. I've had the alternator stuff itself. So in this video I'm going to be walking you through how to pull it out, and then once the new one arrives, how to put that one in. So we're just going to start off with taking off this little intake vent. So you're just going to need a Phillips head screwdriver and just undo the 2 screws there. Alright, now once those 2 are out, you're just going to reach in down here and just slide that off the intake, and then just lift that out. I'll just put this over to the side for now. And the reason I got you to undo that is because we're going to be taking the thermo fans out, just to give you that bit of extra room down there to get that out. Now you don't have to do this, but I found it's a little easier, especially when I was doing my tensioner pulley a while back. It was much easier to get in there and maneuver around without these fans here. So we're just going to start off by getting a little, I think that's a 10 mil socket, and just undoing these 2 bolts. It's only 2 bolts that you have to undo at each end, so we'll get those undone. So just with this bolt here, it's a little difficult to get to because of the hose clamp. So just basically you just got to get a spanner for this one and just bit by bit get that undone. Alright, so once those are out, you're just going to want to undo these 2 clips here. It's just electrics for that, and then you should be able to just slide out your fans. Alright, so they're unplugged, so now you just got to untug this little coolant hose out of the way, and then just grab it and just gently lift it out. Bit of maneuvering just to get it around these hoses and everything like that, and then out like that. And then just put these over a side. I'll just tuck that back up, and you got a bit of that, just that extra room to get down to the alternator and all your other fans. So if you're doing anything with your fan belt, I recommend taking out those fans because it makes it a hell of a lot easier. So the next thing we're doing is going to take this little cover off, just to give us a bit more room to see down there. So that's just a 10 mil socket as well. I'll just grab that. These generally aren't done up very tight, so just after a few little twists you should be able to get it all the rest of the way off with your hand. Okay, take that nut off. We're going to take the power steering cap off. Just shake it off so you don't spill it anywhere. And tip it upside down so it catches itself. And we just lift, and it'll come off like that. Okay, then we put the power steering cap back on like that. So now we can fully see our alternator down there. So we're going to need to take our fan belt off, which isn't too hard. It can be a little difficult, but basically all you're going to do is just really lift it, and then the tensioner will pull itself, and then just pry it off. So yeah, once that's done, I will get back to you. Okay, so we've got the fan belt off. So from what I can tell, it's only 2 bolts holding in, this top one here, and then there's one underneath, just there. So I think if we undo those 2, should be able to just get it off. And before you do anything with your bolts on the alternator, just make sure your battery's disconnected, because there is a lot of voltage going to those things. So make sure that's disconnected and tucked away where it won't accidentally connect, because safety first. Alright guys, so we currently got the alternator out now. So it's just that those 2 bolts, that one was a little difficult to get out. And then we've got the 2 plugs at the back, which you just undo with a socket and a clip. So once that's out, it's just over here now, so it's a little dirty. But I'm just going to pull it apart and have a look inside of it and wait for the new one to arrive, which should be today. Okay guys, so we just got the new alternator in now. It's just being held in by 1 bolt, just sitting there. So I haven't done too much, but that's what it looks like in there. So now we just need to tighten all the bolts and put it all back together, and then we can put the fan belt on and test it. So let's just gonna do up those bolts, and then we'll put the electricals in. Up now. So now we're just gonna need to put on this little thing here, just over that bolt, and then this clip here, which just clips into there, where my finger is. So just grab that. It'll only go in one way. The side with the little clip on it goes on the out towards the back of the car. And just push it in until it clicks. There we go. That's in there now. So now I just need to put this one on. I'll just check the old alternator for a washer if there is one. That just slides on there like that until it goes all the way back, and then you just get the nut off the old one and screw it on nice and gentle, not cross-threading. Alright, and then just get your 13mm. That. Just try and move that power steering hose out of the way. Get that on. Now we're gonna need 2 hands, so I'll just be back with you in a sec. Nice and tight, but not too tight. Alright, now all we need to do is put the fan belt back on, and then we'll be right to test it. Alrighty, so the fan belt is all on. That rubber cover is on. Make sure you put that on because that'll stop it from arcing on anything. So now we'll put the fans back in, and then we'll be right to reconnect the battery and give it a run. So the fans are back in. Make sure both the plugs are plugged in the right spot. Chuck your intake vent on, and then we'll be able to connect the battery. So you've got that in. It's running. Everything seems working. The battery's reading at 14 volts. So it's always good to use a multimeter. Just chuck that up here. Switch it on to voltage 20. And then hold it on. Red on red, black on black. Reading 14 volts. It's good. Means the alternator's working. Also on the dash, reading 14 volts up there and on there. So yeah. Alright guys, so that's basically how you do an alternator swap. Basically the way I knew my alternator was dying was I was driving it and I could smell something burning. So I stopped, I had a look around, I couldn't find anything. So when I came home, I noticed my voltmeter was dropping to around about 10 volts, which is not what it could, and I had my battery light on, and it's usually sitting at about 14 like it is now. So yeah, basically we measured the battery with the multimeter while the car was running, and it was sitting at 11 volts, which it should be sitting at 14. The battery died once as well, like overnight. So the next day I charged it up, and then we tried it again. Battery was still reading at 12 volts, and then so we did a little test, and this is how I figured out that my alternator was buggered. Basically, get your positive cable, take it off your terminal, off the positive terminal while your car's running. If your car keeps running, then your alternator's fine. But if your car shuts off and stalls after you take it off, then it's clear that you need a new alternator. I got my alternator off Oz Car Parts at eBay, paid 200 bucks for it. It seems to be working good. Yeah, so if there's, please like, comment, subscribe. If there's any questions you have with EF Falcon or AU or anything that's got the Tickford single overhead cam motor in it, just give me a comment down below and I'll see if I know anything about it for you. I'll try and make a video of it if I need it done, because there's still a little bit that I do need to do to this car before it's finished. I need to do a timing chain, so I will be doing timing chain video in the future. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope I helped you out, and I'll see you guys in my next video.